Hello, this is Arul. Welcome to the video lecture series on the course of Design of Steel Structure. This is the lecture number 7, the unit number 6, that is beams. So in this video, we are going to see the problem that is related to the built-up beams. Let's go to the problem. A simply supported beam of 8 meter span is to support a uniformly distributed load of 60 kilonewton per meter, inclusive of self-weight. Design the beam making use of LSLB 500 or LSMB 500 section, which are available in the stores. So by using LSMB 500 or LSMB 500, we have to design the member. So if required, flange plates may be used. The beam may be assumed to be laterally supported. So use IS 800 1984 specification, and yield strength of steel is 250 megapascal. Young's modulus is 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per mm square. What are the beam sections available in store is LSMB 500 at 75 kg per meter and LSMB 500 at 86.9 kg per meter, and their details are given. So we have to find the required section modulus, and we have to choose the any one section between these two, and we have to check for the bending and shear force or deflections we have to check. Let's go to the solution. So first, it is the effective span is given. Effective span is given. It is L is equal to 8 meter is given, and UDL, uniformly distributed load, is also given. W is equal to 60 kilonewton per meter is given, and the given beam is laterally supported beam. So laterally supported beam. So if it is a laterally supported beam, what will be the permissible bending stress? Permissible bending stress. So BC is equal to BT. It is equal to 0.66 Fy. That is 0.66 into 250. That is equal to 165 megapascal. 165 megapascal. And permissible shear stress, that is equal to tau Vf is equal to 0.4 Fy, that is 0.4 into 250 is equal to 100 megapascal. So we know this one. So we know the sigma BC and tau Vf. Now we find the maximum bending moment. So maximum bending moment, yeah. So M is equal to W L square by 8. W is 60 into 8 square by 8. That is equal to 480 kilonewton meter. Next, maximum shear force V. So V is equal to WL by 2. That is equal to 60 into 8 by 2. That is 240 kilonewton. So we find the maximum bending moment and maximum shear force we found out. Then we have to choose the which section of the beam can be suitable to use in the design. So we have to find that one. How we can choose any one section from these two? So for that we have to find the required section modulus ZR. So formula is ZR is equal to bending moment divided by sigma BC. So that is 480 into 10 to the power 6 divided by 165. So it comes as 2909.09 into 10 to the power 3 mm power 3. So we have to check which section is suitable according to the section modulus. But here both the sections are having lesser value than the sigma required. Otherwise, required section modulus ZR is greater than the Z available, that is available section modulus of beam sections. So we cannot go with the simple beam. So we have to go with the built up beam. So built up beam, sorry, built up beam is to be provided. Is to be provided. So built up beam, either it will be a plated built up beams we can provide. So for that we have to choose one section. So here the higher ZZ value is ISMB 500. So we are choose ISMB 500 at 86.9 kg per meter. So we are choosing this one. For this ISMB 500, IXX value is equal to 4521.8.3 into 10 to the power 4 mm power 4. ZXS is equal to 1819 into 10 to the power 3 mm power 3, and TW, thickness of the web, is 10.2 mm and thickness of the flange is 7.2 mm, and the overall depth is just 500 mm. So this is the first given sections. These are the basic properties are given. So what we have to find? So next we have to find the area of each cover plate, because this is an I section. And I section, so it is going to be our built up section. So we will provide one plate angle over the flange. So we have to calculate the area of the plate. So we have to calculate the area of each cover plate AP. So how we can find the AP? That AP formula is ZR minus ZA divided by height. So ZR we found out as 2909.09 into 10 to the power 3 minus Z available is 1819 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 500. So it will gives us 2180 mm square. So this is the area of the plate. So once we found the area of the plate, that is 2180 mm square, What is the next step is we have to increase the above area by 30%. So increase above area 30%. Why we are increasing the above area? For deduction of rivet hole. So for deduction of rivet hole, so AP is equal to 1.3 times of 2180. So that will come at 2834 mm square AP. So AP, that is equal to area of the plate is width into thickness. So we have to assume any one value. So here we are assuming width of the plate as 300 mm. 300 mm. So what will happen? So area is B into T is equal to 2834. So the thickness of the plate, is equal thickness of the plate T is equal to 2834 divided by 300, that is comes at 9.84 mm, approximately 10 mm. So we are going to use 300 by 10 mm thick cover plate we are going to use. Cover plate we are going to use on both sides of the cover, both sides of the section, that is so this is the angle section. So above the angle section, we are going to use the cover plate on both sides. We are going to use this. So here thickness is 10 mm and the width is 300 mm. 300 mm. So we have to find the gross moment of inertia. That means gross moment of inertia is G is equal to Ixx of I beam plus Ixx of plate, that is 2 plate is there, so 2 times of Ixx of plate. How we can find the Ixx of plate? That is equal to B dq by 12 plus area into y square. This is how we can find. So what is a y? Y value is h by 2 plus t by 2. So if you substitute everything in Ig, so Ix's value is 45213.8 into 10 to the power 4. This is the moment of inertia of the I section plus 2 times of, what is the B value? 300. D is 10 to the power 12 into 12 plus area is 300 into 10 into y is 500 by 2 plus 10 by 2 into square. So answer will be 842.33 into 10 to the power 6 mm power 4. This is the gross moment of inertia. Next, we have to check for shear. Check for bending stress. Check for bending stress. So here, this is a build-up section. So we have to calculate the maximum bending compressive stress. That is sigma BC calculated. That should be less than sigma BC. That is 165 megapascal. So how we can find the sigma BC calculate? That is, the formula is m by Ig into y. So m value is 480 into 10 to the power 6. So why we are using the gross moment of inertia is we have one I section and two cover plates. So we have to consider the gross moment of inertia. So Ig value is 842.33 into 10 to the power 6 into y value is 500 by 2 plus 10 by 2 plus 10 by 2. So here the value is 148.15 Newton per mm square, which is less than the 165 Newton per mm square. So hence it is safe. Hence it is safe. So this one is only for the maximum bending compressive stress. Next, we have to calculate the maximum tensile stresses we have to calculate. Next, we have to calculate the maximum tensile stresses. So how it will be? Sigma BT calculation is equal to sigma BC calculate into AG by AM. This time should be less than or equal to 165 megapascal. So for how we can calculate the AG and ANet. So here, so assume so this is an I section. So we are going to use the cover plate here. Both sides we are going to use. So how we will connect this cover plate? By using the a rivet we are going to connect. So if you want to connect the rivet, we have to assume a rivet size. So here we are assuming nominal diameter of the rivet as 20 mm. So what will be the gross diameter? 20 plus 1.5, that is 21.5 mm. This is the gross diameter. What is the next? We find the gross sectional area of tensile flange. So AG is equal to, so what is the gross area? Area of the plate. So gross area will be area of the plate plus area of the flange. So area of the plate we know, that is 300 by 10. So here the thickness of the flange is given, that is 17.2 is given. This is 17.2. So but the width is not given in the question, but from the steel table we can take, it is 180. The width is 190. So what is the gross area? 300 into 10 plus 180 into 17.2, that is equal to 6096 mm square. 6096 mm square. So what will be the net sectional area? AG minus area of rivet hole. Rivet hole. So that is equal to 6096 minus 21.5 10 plus 17.2, that is equal to 5511.2 mm square. This is AN. So we know AG value and AN value. Now we can find the sigma BT value. That is by sigma BC calculated into AG by AN. So sigma BC value is 148.15 into 6096, that is AG value, divided by 5511.2. It is equal to 163.87 Newton per mm square. That is less than or equal to 165 Newton per mm square. So both are safe against moment. Thus safe against the moment. Next we will go for the check for shear stress. The second one is check for shear stress. So tau we have calculated is equal to V by H into TW. So V value is 240 into 10 to the power 3 divided by H is 500 and the thickness of the web is 10.2. That is equal to 47.05 Newton per mm square, which is less than 100 Newton per mm square. So the section is safe against shear stress. Next we have to check for deflection. So the allowable deflection, that is maximum, is L by 325, that is 8000 by 325, that is equal to 24.61 mm. So whatever the deflection for the section we are going to calculate, it should be less than or equal to 24.61. So calculated deflection is 5 by 384 WL power 4 by EI. So 5 by 384 60 into 8000 power 4 divided by 2 into 10 to the power 5 into I is gross moment of inertia, 842.33 into 10 to the power 3. So this is comes as 18.99 mm, which is less than 24.61 mm. So hence our section is safe against deflection. So by this problem we cover how we have to design the build-up beam for the given length and the load. Thank you.